You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. My name's Daryl Wayne, sitting in this week. Mark, visiting relatives from out of town. I'm sure have some stories to tell next week when we return. Our guest is Dr. Greg Celaya. He's a chiropractor. He's a nutritionist. He's got multiple degrees in a variety of subjects, and we've been talking about that afternoon crash that happens somewhere between lunch and dinner. If you do breakfast, if you do lunch, if you wait till the end of the day to eat, I guess we probably uncovered one of the issues. But last segment we talked about eating a reasonable breakfast, reasonable lunch, reasonable dinner, and we talked about coffee as a stimulant, a drug. What are some of the alternatives that people can use to satisfy that coffee need without the effects of the stimulant?
Well, you're going to get people who are not going to quit caffeine or coffee no matter what. So if you're going to do it early in the morning and just do a single shot. But there's a lot of alternatives. You ever heard of kombucha?
I have.
Yeah, this stuff is great. It's basically they're taking a tea and you're fermenting it. So it's really wonderful for your health. And for me, I love the flavor. It's wonderful.
I've not tried it. I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, we make it ourselves, and it's really simple to make. And you'd just be amazed how great it tastes.
So you brew it's brewed tea?
It's a brewed tea.
And you set it out for a while to let it...
Yeah, you basically, you're fermenting it. And you have to get a starter. There's this thing called a SCOBY that you put into the tea, and you let it sit in darkness for anywhere from 10 to 14 days. Sort
of like sourdough bread.
Yeah, kind of like, but it's really simple. 10 to 14 days. The only problem is you look at this starter thing and you go, that kind of looks like a jellyfish. I'm not getting near it.
That's what I don't like about tomatoes. They don't look finished yet. They've got that gelatin-like thing going on in there.
Yeah,
they're not done.
This is a whole other story, but it tastes fantastic. The other thing you could do are veggie smoothies. My wife even makes this type of hot drink that's made out of dandelion greens, and it's really fantastic.
So when you met your wife, was she into health issues, or is she a convert?
No, we both had the same beliefs, and we're both so lucky because, she is a phenomenal cook at making health food taste like it's not health food.
And in between meals, let's just say that you're not getting all of the nutrition that you need out of breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's a lot of people that do supplementation, supplements. Is there anything that you should do just regularly as a matter of rote? Yeah,
the problem is one thing you have to understand is no amount of supplements can fix a bad diet, and that's what a lot of people are doing. But I tend to like, in addition to working with people's specific issues and working on specific supplementation and nutraceuticals, I don't think it's a bad idea to get a very high-potency multiple that is manufactured by a great manufacturer, just to catch a lot of those deficiencies that we may have. Especially if you're not eating right, it makes even more of a difference, but it's hard to fix not eating right.
Does it make sense to get tested for what you're lacking?
Oh, absolutely, because, I see a lot of people, they walk in, and usually they're chronic illness, and they've been everywhere and done everything, and they're on a bunch of different supplementation regimens. And the problem is too many supplements are just as bad as not having enough. It's a stress on your system.
I would imagine that's true, and a good multi, and obviously there's some well-known, are any of the well-known multivitamins, you said from a good manufacturer, are any of the ones that are commercially available and very well-known decent?
Usually not. Usually the ones that are really, marketed out there, it's a business deal.
Right.
I like the ones that I know the companies. They do a lot of third-party independent testing on their products. They have a great solution for good multis, and they're very high potency, and they're made with the right stuff. You can get a bunch of multis that are made with the wrong stuff and create more problems than good.
So the place to find these probably a good health food store?
Health food store sometimes has them. Usually they're, more pharmaceutically typed. So not necessarily pharmaceutical, but pharmaceutically typed, that they actually manufacture to a certain standard.
Talking to Dr. Greg Celaya. Greg, how do people get in touch?
They can go to my website, drcelaya.com. And
all the contact information is there?
It is there.
Give the website one more time.
Dr. Celaya, CELAYA.com.
This concludes the first hour of Late Night Health. This concludes the first hour of Late Night Health. If you don't get the second hour, you can always get it online at latenighthealth.com. We do continue in just a moment with hour number 2 of Late Night Health. Mark Alyn, your host, Daryl Wayne, sitting in this week.